guide you through a simple hips and twists flow today. It's a really good flow to do if you want to release any tensions in your body, if you want to release any emotions, and it also helps to release any toxins in the body. So we'll begin by coming into sitting on our knees, if that feels comfortable. If not, then coming into a simple cross leg is completely okay as well. And then slowly begin to bring your palms to your knees, closing down the eyes here. As we take a few moments to ground, to come to the present moment, to feel a sense of surrender before we begin to flow today. Take a few moments to tune into your breath, to tune into your heartbeat. And begin to notice how you feel today, how your breath feels today. Take a few moments to think about anything you want to let go of, anything that you'd like to release and leave behind with this practice. It could be something that you're holding on to, whether physically, emotionally, mentally, that you want to release, let go of. Taking a few deep breaths here. As you quiet down the mind, staying present as we flow today. One more deep breath here. And as you breathe out, slowly begin to blink open your eyes. From here, we'll interlace the fingers together, bringing the palms to the front, and slowly begin to extend the hands all the way up towards the ceiling, spreading into the fingertips, feeling a stretch from the base of the spine, all the way up towards your fingertips. One deep breath here, really stretching it out. And as you breathe out, we'll go into a little twist, so releasing the interlace. Bring your right hand all the way to the back, left hand against the knees. Take a deep breath in, lengthen through the spine, and as you breathe out, begin to twist to the right side, looking over your right shoulder. One deep breath. Exhale, take the hands all the way up again, deep breath in, and exhale, fold to the left side, twisting into the left side. Looking over your left shoulder here, one deep breath. Exhale, take the hands all the way up and release to the floor. From here, we'll go into a tabletop position, coming onto hands and knees, making sure the palms are below the shoulders, knees below the hips. And we'll begin to take a few cat-cow stretches here, just warming up the spine here before we begin to flow. So as you breathe in, bring the crown of the head towards the ceiling, belly towards the floor. And as you breathe out, round the spine to the sky, bringing the chin towards the chest, going into cat pose. Flowing with your breath here as you inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. One more breath here. Flowing at your own pace with your own breath as you inhale. Extending the chest, opening up the heart. And as you exhale, rounding the spine. Exhale, coming back to neutral spine. We'll go into a little twist here again. So extend the right hand into the sky. We'll thread the needle here. And as you breathe out, bring the hand between the left hand and the left knee, sending the forehead to the floor, right ear to the floor, and extending the left hand all the way to the front. Feeling a twist here in your lower back, feeling a release in the neck, feeling any release in the shoulders. One breath. Exhale, walk the left hand back towards yourself, pushing yourself back into tabletop as we repeat on the other side. So when you're ready, left hand up towards the sky. Exhale, bring the left hand between the right hand and the right knee, sending the forehead to the floor, resting the left ear on the mat, and walking the right arm all the way to the front. Making sure the toes are planted into the floor here. One deep breath. Feeling a nice juicy twist here. And exhale, walk the right hand back towards yourself, push yourself back into tabletop, staying here for a couple of breaths. And slowly begin to make your way into a downward facing dog, rolling onto the toes, sending the hips all the way up towards the ceiling, and staying here for 2 to 3 breaths. Planting the hands into the mat, pushing the floor away from you, bring the torso closer to your thighs, sending the heels towards the floor, and feeling a stretch in the hamstrings here. One deep breath. From here, bring your right knee towards the right wrist. Place the right knee behind the right wrist, right foot behind the left wrist, coming into a pigeon pose, straightening the left leg all the way to the back, flattening the foot. And as you take a deep breath in here, lengthen through the spine. And as you breathe out, begin to walk the hands forward, either resting the forehead on the floor or using your fists as a pillow and resting your forehead on your fists. Noticing which variation works for you today. As we stay here for 3 deep breaths. You should feel an opening in the hips here. Pigeon pose or Rajkapur Asana is a really good hip opener. Helps to increase flexibility in the hips, increase mobility in the hips, and helps to release any tension that we might be holding in our hips. Noticing how the breath feels in this pose for you. One more deep breath. And exhale, look up. Walk the hands back to the center, stay here for a moment, go into a slight back bend. And as you breathe out, slowly begin to step the back knee off the mat, pushing yourself back into a downward facing dog. And pedaling the feet out here, bending into opposite knees, setting the opposite heel to the mat, feeling a further stretch in the hamstrings and noticing how the left hip feels compared to the right here. As we prepare to go into our pigeon pose on the left side. So when you're ready, begin to bring the left knee towards the left wrist, finding your pigeon pose on this side. And noticing how it feels for you on this side. It might feel a little different from the right hip, and that's completely normal. When you're ready, take a deep breath in, lengthen through the spine, and as you breathe out, begin to fold forward, taking your version, your variation of bringing the forehead to the floor, to the mat, to your fists, palms. Option is yours. We'll stay here for 2 more breaths. We as humans tend to store all of our emotions, our trauma in our hips. So hip openers like this one help to release all of those emotions and bring them to the surface sometimes. So noticing what comes up for you, feeling it and letting it melt away into your mat. One more breath here. And exhale slowly, looking up. Walk your hands back towards yourself. Stay here for a breath. Going into a slight back bend. And slowly step into your downward facing dog. Pedal into the feet. Take a moment. And from here, we'll take the right leg into the sky, going into a 3-legged dog. And slowly begin to step the right foot forward between the hands. Keeping the left knee on the mat, foot flat. You'll go into a twist here. So keeping the left hand on the mat, begin to take the right hand towards the ceiling, going into a little twist here. One deep breath. And as you exhale, you'll bring the hands inside the right foot and slowly begin to walk the right foot towards the outer edge of the mat, going into lizard pose here. Option to stay here, or if you'd like a challenge, slowly begin to make your way all the way down onto your elbows, feeling a further stretch in the hips. We'll stay here for 1 deep breath. Breathing into the hips here again. Exhale, coming back onto the palms. Extend the hands. Stay here for a moment. And slowly step the back knee off the mat, pushing yourself into downward facing dog. Pedaling into the feet here again before we go into the other side. And when you're ready, take the left leg into the sky. Exhale, slowly begin to step the left foot forward, making sure your knee is in line with the ankle. Resting the right knee on the mat, flattening the foot at the back. Preparing to go into your twist. So this time the right hand stays down and slowly begin to extend the left arm towards the sky. And really feeling that stretch, feeling that twist from the lower back all the way up to your neck. 1 deep breath. And if it feels okay for your neck, turn your neck to look at your left fingertips. Exhale, bring the left hand back towards the floor, this time inside the left leg. Slowly walk the left foot towards the outer edge of the mat. It's an option to stay here or make your way all the way down onto the elbow. Notice how this side feels compared to the other side. Stay here for 1 breath. Exhale, coming back onto the palms. Take a moment here Feel the stretch, feel the opening. And slowly begin to rock yourself back into your downward facing dog. Taking one breath here, pedaling into the feet. And from here, we take the right leg back into the sky, into a three-legged dog. Step the right foot forward. This time we'll go into a side lunge. So you bring the hands to the front, slowly rolling over onto the side, coming into a side squat. We'll stay here for one breath. And then prepare to go into a twist here. So keeping the right hand on the mat. Extend the left hand towards the ceiling. Feeling a twist here. Exhale, bring the left hand back to the floor and begin to walk the hands all the way to the left side. Coming into your side squat on the left side, extending the right leg, making sure the toes are pointing to the ceiling. Left hand inside here, elbow against the knee. And as you breathe out, extend the right arm towards the ceiling. One deep breath. Exhale, bring the right hand back to the floor. This time walking the hands all the way to the center. And you might want to heel toe the feet slightly inside. As you bring the hands to the knees, we'll go into a goddess twist. So your feet can be slightly pointing outward, sitting into the hips, sitting into the butt. And then prepare to bring the left shoulder inside. Extending the chest outward. Feeling a twist here. Exhale back to center. And twist onto the other side, bringing the right shoulder inside. And feel free to flow here as you move from side to side, alternate between the left shoulder and the right shoulder. Noticing how this feels for you. And feeling the burn in the hips and the thighs here as well. One more breath. And exhale, coming back to the center. We'll go into a center squat. So coming back into your squat, you might need to heel toe the feet slightly inside. And then bringing the hands to heart center, elbows against the knee. Begin to lift the chest here. Open up the heart. Open up the chest. Really good pose to release any toxins in the body. Great to do first thing in the morning, helps with digestion. And slowly begin to release all the way back to the floor. Coming into a seated position with the knees bent, feet on the ground. We'll go into a cow face pose legs. So bringing the right foot below the left. And bringing the left over the right, so that the knees are in line with each other. If this feels a little difficult, completely okay to place the foot on the floor and keeping the knee lifted up. Option is yours. And from here, we'll go into a little twist. So taking the left hand to the back, right hand against the knee. Take a deep breath in as you lengthen through the spine, and as you breathe out, twist to the left side. Looking over the left shoulder, taking one deep breath in. And exhale back to the center. From here, prepare to fold forward. Bringing the chest closer towards the knees. Feeling a stretch in the hips here. You can give your knee a little kiss. And inhale, lift. Bringing the feet back to the center, we'll repeat on the other side. So bringing the left foot below this time. Right knee on top, either with the feet on the floor or all the way flat so that the knees are in line with each other. This time, right hand goes back, left hand against the knees. Take a deep breath in, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, fold. Twisting to the right side. Looking over your right shoulder. One deep breath here. Exhale back to the center. Prepare to fold forward. Noticing how this side feels. Noticing how the hips feel. Exhale, straighten the torso, release the leg interlace. And from here, step the feet apart, mat width. Bring the hands below so that the fingers are pointing towards the feet, slightly lean back, and begin to flop the knees from side to side. Windshield wiping the knees. Feeling a release in the back. Coming back to the center. Hold on to the backs of the knees, slowly making your way all the way down, lying down on your back, on the mats. Bring the knees in, giving it a little squeeze, a little cuddle, as you press the lower back into the mat. Releasing any tightness, any tension. Keeping the right knee bent. Extend the left leg all the way down onto the mat so that the toes are pointing towards the forehead. We'll go into a supine twist here. So extending the right hand all the way to the side, holding on to the right knee with the left hand. Begin to bring the right knee over the left thigh, looking over the right shoulder. Feeling a twist here. From your lower back all the way up to your armpits. Coming back to the center. Extend the right leg, bend into the left knee, hug the left knee. And slowly prepare to go into your supine twist on this side, extending the left hand all the way. Right knee goes over the left thigh, looking over the left shoulder. One deep breath. Exhale back to the center and prepare to lie down in Shavasana, our last pose for the day. Extending the legs all the way, flopping the feet from side to side. Hands beside the hips, palms facing the ceiling. Going back into breathing deeply and noticing what came up for you today. Letting any emotions melt into your mat. Letting your spine fall heavy on the ground. Feeling a sense of surrender. Feeling a sense of lightness after having releasing all of those emotions, tensions from our hips. Stay here for a few breaths, or as long as you like. thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you again for the next one. Namaste.